Hey, what's up, True Slayer? You know, this is a video response to your, Christian Daniels in Ring of Honor. And to me, I'm going to say something that may be a little upsetting to most people on the whole internet wrestling community, what have you. But Christian Daniels was not really a big deal in the new regime. People don't really, he could have been a big deal, but he wasn't really a big deal. And this loss supposedly will hurt TNA. Maybe it won't. But I think in the short run, it won't hurt TNA because the roster is so fully stacked. So I don't think this is going to be a really a huge loss for TNA. Is this the start of talent leaving to WWE or Ring of Honor? Maybe not. We do see Consequences Creeley released. You see Awesome Kong. I think she is with Ring of Honor now. I don't know anything about Creed or Melissa or what have you. Um, I don't really know about those other two wrestlers that TNA dropped. I think personally, I think that TNA really has to start tightening the personally, I think TNA will be fine if no other people start leaving and tell how crazy this thing is. If this is the Waterloo and everything else, I'm gonna say that if this is what TNA, if this people start leaving TNA, it's gonna be a real damn shame. Because if TNA does go under, and I don't care how many, I don't care, or anything else, you can go Ring of Honor is great and everything else, but no one outside of YouTube, hell, even people in YouTube, don't know who what Ring of Honor is. I guarantee don't even know who Tyler Black is. Hell, no one even knows what their TV champion is. Hell, they don't probably nobody watches their own show anyway. I mean, sure you can have Ring of Honor Brazil or what have you, watch their shows, but quite honestly, no one watches their shows, and even when you do watch their TV shows, it's okay, but not really groundbreaking. It's only an hour, and I feel like, man, I don't really feel wowed. I mean, considering the hype, what Ring of Honor and all this, it's great, it's awesome, it's the greatest thing ever. And when I watch the TV program, it's man. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. I watch some of the episodes on YouTube. I think it's a very interesting show. Nice, some good wrestling on there, but production values are not really there. Funny, it's a little ironic being on HD.net. They don't really have any good HD stuff. They're not really production values. You know what I mean? Ring of Honor. Um, and quite honestly, in the wrestling landscape, WWE is still king, and if TNA goes down, like I said, WWE will still have a monopoly. And trust me, um, you have wrestlers like going to the Ring of Honor, going to WWE because hey, that's basically another. I honestly see Ring of Honor being just OVW, another OVW or FCW to WRT and less than TNA because sure they have their big, sure they going on online pay per views, but until they can get like real pay per views, something that I can see on DirecTV or Comcast or Xfinity or what have you, or Verizon, Files, or anything else like that. I mean, what's the point? Well, who's gonna watch? Only what 1,000 people, 2,000, 3,000? I don't even know how many people watched it. And what about the people who watched what was it? The ROH pay per view in December. I forget what it's called, but anyway, is it Final Battle or something what have you? Yeah. I mean, watch that first pay per view. Really, watch that first December one, and riddle with all that audio cues and audio miscues and video screwing ups and everything else. Saw a tie on the main event saying, you know what, Ring of Honor talks like they're in a big game, but yet in the end, they still have the same BS like a TNA or the WWE. I'm just saying. That's just my personal thing. And True Slayer, if you want to chat, respond, video response to me or anything else, you know, go ahead. Any other people who are watching this thing want to do a response or anything else, do so as you will. But Christopher Daniels in ROH, not a big, huge deal because TNA, as screwed up as they are, they didn't really care about Daniels. Daniels was going to get bigger during the time pre-Hogan, and I also think he would probably championship run probably beat AJ probably like in Slammiversary or what have you if Hogan wouldn't have shown up. But now, I mean, he's in Ring of Honor. I think he's probably going to get at least one championship reign. Probably around like in the summer. I think probably around June or July. I would not be surprised if you see Christopher Daniels become World Heavyweight Champion by summer or winter by the end of this year. So look out for that. Christopher, I think honestly, you could. I honestly think that's what's going to happen. But in the grand scheme of things, Christian Daniels does not mean Christian Daniels leading to Ring of Honor at the end of the day, or for right now, it doesn't really matter. Christopher Daniels is not a really big marquee star. If someone say like Samoa Joe or AJ Styles or someone like who was in the feature of players or like say Abyss or Jay Lethal or what have you, then I think it's for a major concern. But Christopher Daniels was a guy who was really good, an upper mid carder, but never really be it by himself or by other forces behind the scenes. Didn't get his due. Maybe he can get his due in Ring of Honor. But like I said, I don't think Ring of Honor is that big enough to really do anything. I don't see Ring of Honor being as the big bad, what have you. True Slayer, I mean, can you? I would love if someone can prove me wrong and tell me how Ring of Honor can actually not only be relevant but actually compete with TNA and WWE. They can't. I mean, hell, as much as the idiocy TNA is, and WWE, they got their audiences. Ring of Honor, they have a fragment. Ring of Honor is the niche of a niche audience. And getting Christian Daniels is not going to set the world on fire. In a big scheme of things, Christopher Daniels, he's no Rock, he's no Austin. He wasn't one of the big guys in TNA when he left. He was a big guy in TNA, but he was just completely mismanaged and such. So that's just my personal thing. So yeah, that's my own thing. Christopher Daniels and Ring of Honor. It's not really a big important thing, but could have been some. I mean, it can be something big for Ring of Honor. It might get a small bump, but at the end of the day, the TNA, it's not like saying, well, something like Hall and Nash did back in the early days. It's not that big of a loss. So that's just my personal thing. Duke CT here. Peace and love. I'll see you when I see y'all later.